Welcome to Knockhill Racing Circuit, Scotland's national motorsport centre. 240 acres, an amazing circuit in the hills above Dunfermline in Fife. My name's Gordon Shedden, I'm a triple British touring car champion, and this is where I started my career. It's also the same circuit that David Coulthard first started on. Alan McNeish, Le Mans winner, Dario Franchitti, Indy 500 winner, so you're in good hands. Now let me take you through your experience. Join me so we can show you what to expect from your driving experience here at Knockhill. Let's go. So you've made it to Knockhill. Let's go to check-in and registration. Follow me. You're here to do either our racing car experience or our supercar experience, and that means that you're going to be driving two different types of car at Knockhill. Everybody will drive one of our Honda Civic Type Rs, over 300 horsepower and a fantastic training car. You'll have a fully qualified race instructor with you, and they can really help you get the most out of your driving technique before moving on to driving the supercars or the single-seater. The single-seater, as you can see, looks fantastic. Audi engine, sits very low to the ground, it's got a racing gearbox, digital dashboard, and it really is going to make you feel like you're the next Lewis Hamilton. Fantastic cars to drive. The Ferrari and the Aston Martin, we're keeping under wraps. We really want to see your face when you see them in the flesh for the first time. It goes without saying that your safety is our #1 priority, both off track and on. Now, for any vehicles that require you to wear a helmet, for example the single-seater or the rally car, we have a huge selection in all sizes. Helmets are all sanitised, you'll be required to wear a single-use balaclava and gloves, and to get the best feel on the pedals, make sure you wear trainers that are not too wide. So we've spoken about what you're going to drive. Let's talk a little bit about how you're going to drive in the following safety briefing. And this is valid for any track-based activities. Racing car experience, supercars, E-Type, or indeed Legends, depending on which activity you've chosen. So to start with, your instructor is going to drive for 2 laps in the Honda Civic Type R with you alongside. It gives you your first live view of Knockhill and allows the instructor to start the preparation before we let you drive. We know you're desperate to get on track as soon as possible, so after those 2 instructor laps, you will then be driving the Honda Civic Type R for 4 laps. A chance for you to complete your preparation and get some practice in with a professional race instructor alongside before we then let you loose in your single-seater, Legend, supercars or E-Type. Before you drive on track, it's important to be comfortable in the car. We recommend you sit 1 or 2 notches further forward than perhaps you would do in your road car. Put your hands at 2/4 on the steering wheel and make sure you have a nice bent arm position. And talking about steering, a really valid thing to do on track, which will help you massively, to steer the car, keep your hands on the wheel and cross your hands over from lock to lock. So the total opposite to what you would be taught to pass a driving test. This allows you maximum control of the car and maximum use of the width of the track. It's a really good hint. So we're comfortable in the car and with all the controls. Now time to head out on track where we'll talk about some of the other important techniques to track driving. So we drive slowly down the pit lane and we have to wait at the traffic light at the end. Red light means stop, green light, we're clear to join the track. We need a green light to join the track safely. When the light goes green, we go. Just like joining a motorway, staying left all the way down to turn 1. To get the best route through the corners at Knockhill, we need you on the correct racing lines, and we have some traffic cones to help guide you. We're going to brake in a straight line, slowing the car down on the approach to the corner. Release the brake at the turn-in cone, clip the white line at the middle cone, unwind the lock and use all the road on the exit. To get the best route through the corners at Knockhill, we need you on the correct racing lines, and we have some traffic cones to help guide you. We're going to brake in a straight line, slowing the car down on the approach to the corner. Release the brake at the turn-in cone, clip the white line at the middle cone, unwind the lock and use all the road on the exit. When we leave the circuit on the exit of the hairpin, stay to the left-hand side. Indicator on in a saloon car, or hands high out the cockpit in the single-seater, and slow the car down in the deceleration lane. Very, very slow by the time we get to pit lane entrance. When you're out on track, the whole session will be controlled by the Chief Marshal here at the podium box at the start-finish line on the main straight. And the way that we communicate with you when you don't have an instructor in the car is with various flag signals. Now, I'm sure that everybody wants to be overtaking everybody else as much as possible, and that's absolutely fine. But we have a couple of rules to make sure it's done in a safe and controlled environment. Overtaking is only permitted on the 3 straights and only on the left-hand side. So that means that the slower car has to move off the racing line to the right and allow any faster cars to overtake on the left. If there's a scenario where maybe you haven't spotted a quicker car behind you, the marshal will wave the blue flag. That's the overtaking flag. Don't panic, but just check your mirrors, come off the throttle, move to the right hand side and allow any faster car to overtake on the left. If for any reason we need to stop the session and get all the cars off the track, the marshal will be waving the red flag. Lights on the Beatson's Bridge, which crosses the circuit, will also go to red. If you see red flag, just slow down to about 30% of your normal speed. No overtaking with anybody round about you, and it's a cruise back into the pits. Do not stop on track if you see the red flag. Very important. Now, the black and white checkered flag needs no introduction. We count your laps when you're out on track, so you continue all the way round until you take the checkered flag, just like the end of a Grand Prix. Pass by the checkered flag, continue for the remainder of that lap before pitting to finish your drive. And the only other flag, which hopefully we don't have to use too often, is the black flag. This is the naughty boys or the naughty girls flag. If the marshals have spotted anything with your driving that they're not totally happy with, they're going to wave the black flag, and that requires you to come back into the pits and have a chat with a member of Knockhill staff. Hopefully we can sort out the problem and get you out on your way. That way everybody can have a safe and enjoyable time on circuit. In summary, we want you to have a fantastic time. Now, take your time to start with and really listen to your instructor. They're all professional racing drivers and they all want you to get the best out of your experience, so sponge off their experience as much as possible. Drive at a pace that you are comfortable with. It's your experience and it's your drive. There's no pressure to drive fast out on track. It's a lovely facility. We've got some great cars. Enjoy yourself. Take away your certificate to say you've completed your experience, and we hope to see you back again soon.